An update to a story we've been following since 2017. Over 100 years ago, the Mount Vernon A.M.E. church opened its doors for the first time. But as time took its toll, the church had to close in 2014 due to the risk of physically collapsing. Now, over a decade later, restoration begins. GMET's Marshall Farmer has the story.
For the first time in over a decade, reconstruction begins. Inside of a historic piece of African American history, Tabitha Enge is leading the restoration project for the Mount Vernon African Methodist Episcopal Church, focusing on restoring the place and community that runs deep in her history.
It was my mother that, was adamant about me coming to help. I had no idea that I would be here 11 years later, but I am happy to say 11 years later, I'm standing here in Mount Vernon Church, and there's work actually being done to save Mount Vernon Church.
Built in 1921, it's the third oldest AME church in Texas, and time has taken its toll, having to close in 2014 due to structural instability in the roof. But in January, the church got a grant for $75,000 from Preservation Texas and gained another $25,000 from the city of Palestine. Because of those grants, Phase 1 of restoration begins, fixing the foundation.
It's like music to my ears. To actually hear it going on. When I walked in last Monday and to actually see them taking up the foundation and bringing the new wood, I ran around the church a couple times and I was so excited, and I was like, oh, Mama, do you see this? Miss Nancy, everybody, do y'all see this? It's happening. It's happening.
Financial obstacles still remain for restoring the roof and wiring, but Tabitha Enge won't quit until the church is fully restored.
This is my journey, and I've accepted that.
For Good Morning East Texas, I'm Marshall Farmer.
Now, this is just Phase 1 of 3 for restoration. Phase 2 will include rebuilding the roof and removing the supporting scaffolding, while Phase 3 will include electrical, plumbing, and air conditioning before the church is ready to reopen to the public.